at it, Epstein, Diddy, they all get down like that. They are all weirdos, man. They all go both ways. I know that might sound crazy, but they do.
I mean, even AOC go like where are we going?
You think Diddy is the
when you get to a
one-off?
certain level,
Like you think Diddy is the only one in the music game that's a freak like that?
Oh no, I know. Look, I'm in the music, man. I know a lot of the shit. I've seen a lot of weird shit too. Not like Diddy weird shit, but just like awkward moments with rappers and singers and shit like that. I mean, they're all a little weird, and it gets to that point when if you fuck so many chicks, yeah, at some point you're gonna crave something different. It starts like in levels. It'd be like, okay, then maybe let me touch some like really fat girls, and then it's like, oh, I'm only fucking with real ugly girls. Next thing you know, they're sleeping with men and kids.
Think
and shit.
about this.
It's all this weird shit.
What number do you have to reach?
Everybody, real quick.
No, bro,
think about this. Think about this, everybody.
Look.
Think about this. Isn't it funny how you notice like whenever you're watching pop culture or just TV in general, like you'll see a rapper, he'll get real popular, and then he'll transition from rapping to acting. You say, damn, he's so talented. No, he was always an actor. That's why they're able to transition. They're all telling lies. Nobody that you see on that screen is the real them. They're all actors. They're all pretenders. That's why T.I. can be a rapper talking about he in a gang till now he Tip Harris, the actor. 50 Cent talking about how he got shot 9 times.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's an actor with roles with Nicolas Cage. He's a rapper on a screen with Nicolas Cage. Okay.
Well, I mean, you can't live like once you reach a certain economic class, you got to kind of change your persona, like the way you roll. I feel that that's just necessary. And we all grow up too. That's another thing. Like I grew up at I'm not from the street or nothing. I grew up in the suburbs, but I grew up on hip hop. And I used to walk around, sag my pants, do all that, wear Timbs all the time with shorts and shit. Like I used to be like that guy, and then I never was like tough or anything, but I grew out of that shit. And I said, it's fun to play gangster sometimes, but as you can see from a Carnival food cruise, okay, you killed.
You just proved my point though. You see how you change the behavior?
Yeah, you got to change your behavior as you mature. That's just part of life. I mean, I don't know if you, I don't know your history, but I'm he's probably a little knucklehead when he was growing up a little, did a little something here and there. We all did, but I don't know. I don't think that it necessarily means that you're like if you grow and mature into wanting to do different shit. Like Tip is a comedian now. And obviously he acts. Drake used to be an actor, now he's a rapper. He's pretending to be a rapper.
Right? Okay, so think about it like this. You got a guy like T.I., right? His whole life he's either been in the streets or rapping. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, out the blue now, he can turn on the switch and just be an actor so well. Bro, you got to go to school for that type of stuff.
I think he did take acting classes.
Like ATL wasn't...
Like take for instance Jonathan Majors.
Godfather.
We just now seeing him, right? But I guarantee you that man has been in schools and acting classes probably for the last 15, 16 years. Mm-hmm. But we're just now seeing him. You can't just all of a sudden turn on the switch and be an actor. I don't know. Maybe
depends on who you know. Depends on who you know.
It depends. Right? Yeah. And look, like even like Lauryn Hill acted before she rapped. A lot of people like Drake again. They run it in reverse, or you could go both ways. Pause.
But I do get the overall point as far as like I always talk about I'm very cynical when it comes to people in position of power. I think our whole society was birthed on corruption and taking what you want and enslaving people and indoctrinating people. That's the entire societal thing that our bedrock is built on. So everything that comes from that, I always say, when I go to the ATM machine, I take out bills. Everybody on that bill has done all the shit that everybody wants to say someone else did today and judge them on. Yeah. We have a whole thing that our commerce is based on, the respect enough to put these people on a piece of paper that allows us to acquire things, which is kind of weird,
Crazy, right? Nah, you speaking facts, bro. Facts.
I saw today, I don't know how much, Sean, you just by. Why is Nicki Minaj going at Jay-Z? Did you hear about this?
Oh yeah, I saw. I
have all the Twitter.
It was like some lawsuit that got dismissed or something.
I don't know why. Oh, and I don't know if you guys, it's like music industry said. So she did this whole Twitter rant. She said, "This is what she said." Jay-Z and Desiree Perez, who's the CEO of Roc Nation, federal informant, ex-drug dealer, flipped on everybody. Now she runs one of the biggest entertainment companies in the world. Apparently her and Jay-Z ruined hip-hop, ruined football, basketball, ruined touring, ruined Instagram and Twitter too. And the jig is up, according to Nicki Minaj.
Wow. I saw that.
Desiree and the evil black people stay silent. I don't know if Jay's changed much, but they always calling him like horrible shit, right? You're black.
I know Jay-Z and Beyonce are probably two of the biggest witches in the industry.
Whoa, where's that coming from?
Yeah, Jay-Z's a top level. He's a top level Mason, bro. That's why he's all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
well, he's a Mason. I didn't know that.
Oh, absolutely. You gotta be, bro, to get to that level. Whenever you hear a news reporter or somebody on TV say Rihanna is a billionaire, Diddy is a billionaire, they don't actually have $1 billion. That's their way of telling us that they are elite. You see what I'm saying? When you hear somebody say, "Oh, Jay-Z is a billionaire now," yeah, he might be, but what he's telling us is Jay-Z is part of the elite now.
In the club. He's part of the club, yeah.
Oh, he's might be worth $1 billion.
He's a made man now.
Yeah,
he's a made man.
Which is fine. I love it. I want to be like Jay one day with all that money, but I don't understand.
No, I want to keep my butthole a virgin. I'm cool.
Oh, you think they do that with the you gotta go in the room? And...
If you know his name, I guarantee you his butthole is not a virgin. I'm just. Hey, it sounds weird, right? It sounds weird, but I'm telling you, bro, that's how they all get down. They all get down like that, man. You gotta be.
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't.
I thought we would hear some more.
I sound
gay
crazy.
stuff come out on the Diddy trial, but we didn't hear.
I didn't say you was crazy.
Hey, LeBron James said it. LeBron James said it. Ain't no party like a Diddy party.
I mean,
yeah.
So let me put it to you this way.
He did say that.
Diddy was just on trial, but none of that gay. Like what he was doing wasn't necessarily gay. Like there's guys who like to watch their women have sex with other men, but don't act. Don't want the other man to. No, I'm saying there's men that like that, but they don't.
Who?
I mean, you said it's in porn, right? There's pornography like that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of white men that like that shit. They like their women to get fucked by big old black men and stuff. So I can see that being something. I don't know if it's gay or not. Maybe, I don't know. I can't be around like another dude, and I don't want nobody else sleeping with my wife. But it's something that happens, and I don't think none of that gay stuff came out in court. They would have said something like, "Oh, he tried to, that producer Little Rod was suing him for something, and then we found out that was a lie." So they said he molested Justin Bieber. I'm pretty sure that he didn't. You know this? All right, be careful, man.
Bro,
Jaguar Wright.
They got the clip.
Wright's
all right, hold on. All right.
Wait, there's
real quick. Everything that we know about Diddy, we already know he's a freak, right? If you go on YouTube, there is a clip of him and Justin Bieber. It's like a 3-minute long clip where he is telling the crowd, he's telling the audience, like, yeah, his parents allowed him to stay with me for the weekend. Yeah. I can't tell you what's going on. It's highly classified, blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking to myself, in hindsight, oh, he was fucking Justin Bieber. That's why he acted so weird over the last couple years.
You don't think that?
Yo,
you don't think that he?
I promise you.
I can see him exposing him to a lot of women and stuff like that. I don't think he was fucking Justin Bieber though. He did the same thing with Usher. Usher. Okay.
and Usher.
That don't even make sense.
Hey, he slipped up though. Usher slipped up and said it. You remember that interview with Kevin Hart? He was like, "Yeah, when I was 12 years old, I used to stay with Diddy." Yeah. At 12? For what, bro? Y'all sharing the same bed? Wrestling?
No, that's not what happened. This is
they used
the
to
same
fight over the cereal.
Dog, I'll tell you something. Like, I think and this is the same thing happened with Lil Wayne. When you around grown men who have a ton of women and all that stuff, you get exposed to that. Lil Wayne said he lost his virginity at 11 years old or something to a stripper or something like that. Like, they bought him a prostitute and they were like, yo, just do that. He didn't even know what he was doing. Like, and I think Diddy understanding with the power. Look, I'm not advocating for any of this. I just think that it's terrible, but it's one of those things that happens. I don't think that there's anything gay going on here besides him. Like, I mean, I think it is kind of gay that you like to see your woman get like fucked by another man, which is weird, and you watching it and then rubbing the other man's nut in your chest, which is crazy. Maybe that is gay, but at the end of the day, I don't advocate for it, but it is part of what gets them off. And like I said, it's certain people after they hit a certain threshold of things, they need a freak off to get off and all that type of stuff. So all I'm saying is I think he's like doing what people were saying, like giving up the butthole or any of that stuff. Same with and I don't know.
What are you doing spending the weekend? What are you doing spending the weekend with a 13-year-old boy, and you can't talk about what's going on?
Who said that they couldn't talk about what's going on?
He said it, bro. Go look up YouTube and look up.
You took that seriously. You took that seriously. He said,
when they were like,
I take it very seriously. Yeah, I take it very seriously. I promise you, man. Look, he hit Justin Bieber, Usher, and Meek Mills.
I thought they would have some more stuff. I thought they would have some more stuff come out about that, like about something happening with
There's
the
nothing there though. That's what I'm trying to say.
Did you see the clip? Right? Okay, hold on. Did you see the clip where it was Diddy?
Bro, I can take what we're talking about right now and clip it up so out of context to make you look gay.
No, listen.
All this shit. It doesn't make it's taken out of context. It was, and people are running.
There's a clip right with Diddy, Jadakiss, Noriega, and Fabulous all sitting down drinking,
in the studio. Yeah, he's like, when we gonna party?
Yeah.
Now, if you want to tell me that sounded normal and that sounded like straight. Okay.
Did he been talking like that since Big Papa, yo? Go to me. You can get my friends and your friends, and we could all be friends. All that shit. That's Diddy, yo. That's Diddy. Ooh, he gonna talk a little fruit.
I know, man. You don't want to look at it that way, but I promise.
I'm not trying to look at. I'm looking at what I know. I'm looking at the facts. All I know is that he did some weird shit. Okay, rubbing another dude's nut in your chest, I'll give it to you. That's pretty gay.
Yeah, that's
all right. But look, that might be his thing. As long as the nut ain't dripping out of his butt, as long as the nut, we don't know that,
right?
We
don't know why he did that. Hold on, real quick. Like I said, it's the reason why he took that semen and put it on his chest. If you know anything about Lucifer, hold on, real quick.
Devil worshiping.
It's gonna sound crazy, but hear me out. If
it's gonna sound crazy, it is crazy,
right? What he did was perform sex magic. They believe, right? The ones that like Masons, they believe that when you are in a room and you witness someone having sex, you are gaining some type of magical ability. And then you take the semen and you rub it on your chest. You gain quote unquote spiritual powers that way. It sounds crazy, but I promise you, what he was doing was an actual ritual.
That's crazy. No, they said he did a ritual. Who said that? The bodyguard said he did a ritual at the before he got.
Like I said, I know I sound weird, right? It sounds weird, but
I tell you,
they are all Luciferians, bro.
It is odd, like that Punisher nigga. He out here on a book tour right now. He on a book tour.
Yeah.
A lot of these niggas. He was just on Godfrey's podcast. I listened to it. Homie selling books, right? All he was talking about was like, yeah, I used to fuck Cassie and this, that. Nothing. Look. Like I said, I take it all with a grain of salt. All this stuff.
They only arrested Diddy. They only arrested Diddy so they can get all those tapes that he got of everybody. He had all them tapes on everybody. Jay-Z, Meek Mills, everybody. They ran up in his house, confiscated all the evidence, and then gave some bullshit charges that ain't sick.
Okay. Well, yeah, but the other stuff.
It is kind of interesting. Like Homeland Security would go in and pull all that stuff. Like. They only saw like
Thank you, bro. Like
they only saw like 3 videos. That is kind of weird. They only saw like 3 videos.
How come we didn't see the tapes? He
got to have more.
That's all evidence.
I don't think that. I think that stuff has to go back to him at some point.
Is it not evidence though?
Evidence of what?
Well, that's what we don't know.
Of his quote unquote sex trafficking. They ran to his house to lock him up.
Oh yeah, but like he wasn't. Yeah, but shouldn't he, now
they had laptops. They had video.
He should get all that stuff back, right?
But what was on there?
Law. No, we should have saw all that stuff in trial.
If nothing put him in jail, it's just his private property, and it could have Jay-Z.
You know why we ain't see it?
Donald Trump, whoever.
It's because one of those videos probably had DJ Khaled getting his back blown out by Diddy.
Yo, I heard
that's probably why we didn't see it.
Do you believe that shit? They said that he
or you probably got Jay-Z in the corner, getting topped off by Travis Scott.
That's wild. Where did that come from?
They were all at them Diddy parties. Hey, the Diddy parties, the all-white parties where you see all them billionaires and Diddy. Yeah, those are freak-offs.
He said that Carl Winslow, some guys like Carl Winslow was smoking.
Didn't they pimp Carl Winslow out? They had Carl Winslow bent over the sofa bed.
Yeah, Drewski, he loves big black motherfuckers, huh? All right. But again, look, this is a bit of hyperbole there. I don't look, Diddy been around for too long. I'm not gonna say let you do your thing, and if anybody participated in that thing and took some drugs and don't want to talk about it, that's on them, bro. I can't. Look, I would have put myself in that situation. I'd never been invited to no Diddy party in my day. Luckily, I've never, I wasn't around like that. But I wouldn't mind going to one, man. They be partying, man. In white parties, they be going wild. That's crazy. I used to, that Michael Rubin dude be doing the white parties.
I'm good. You saw a baby, right? You saw the picture. Saw that picture.
Oh, yeah. From behind?
You look at that picture and tell me that don't look suspect to you.
It does look sus, but it's just a moment.
Again, a picture says 1,000 words, brother.
I don't know, man. Look, a moment's a moment. I don't think, we didn't see no blood, nothing.
I do think, though, I don't know, I don't know how complex, I would assume pretty complex. I do believe that there is some kind of system in place at a certain level. It like,
of course,
people have to pay some passage. There has to be some, I'll scratch your back, you scratch mine. This is how this works. I just feel like in society, people are too greedy and too power hungry to not have that be the case once you get to a certain point. And whether it's from taking ass or from taking a tax, some way, somehow, somebody's got their hand in your pocket, so.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. And it's interesting. But I don't know, but we were talking about Nicki Minaj and Jay-Z. Desiree Perez. I don't know what this all means. I actually, I
think it's from her Tidal case. Because Nicki Minaj has been kind of beefing with Jay-Z ever since that. Like,
okay.
Roc Nation had offered her like something low, like $1 or $2 million. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where she's saying she's owed $200 million. So
off her catalog,
and the Wayne shit for the Super Bowl. So she's been on Jay-Z hard ever since then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that. Jay's, it's weird. Yeah, I feel like Jay-Z's kind of separated himself from the hip hop culture in a sense. I don't see him like fucking with rappers like that anymore or doing anything. It's just, it is what it is. I heard he's about to put out another album. Like he's
been doing his little thing. He did the shows in Paris and stuff. So when he starts coming out in the public, it seems like he's always kind of,
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Nicki, I pray for you. You got anything to say about Nicki Minaj? She married a pedophile. Might as well get it on.
He was like a rapist who raped a girl or something.
Nah, he got sex with a 17-year-old and got caught up. Her little brother did the same. She's her.
Her brother.
I think it's like
the family kind of like it's kind of crazy on that shit.
I think that the age of consent in Jamaica is different than it is in the U.S. and these people are living in that world. But I don't know why. I don't know if it was a rape thing or he was just dating an underage girl and got caught up in some bullshit. I didn't look too deep into that case.
I wonder what the age of consent was when George Washington was president.
I don't know. 0.
Well,
no, there was no consent.
No consent. Yeah.
Back then, bro.
Oh yeah.
Back then, soon as the grass on the field, play ball.
Grass on the
not even before. I'm sure before that, even that they take the kids.
Oh, you go to India, man. They be marrying these girls over 8 years old, bro.
Yeah, they breed them like stables and shit, like crazy.
It's crazy, man. They didn't have to be. They just send them off to the highest bidder. It's sad, yo. I'm so glad we're liberated here in America. Women get a little more respect.